Digimon is dying. Have you heard of that before? Maybe. There might be some truth to that. Remember the time when Digimon was on top of the world? The awesome Digi-evolutions, the battles, the stories, and the message that carries it. This is what made Digimon so captivating. Remember the toys too? They were flying off the shelves in Walmart, Target, Toys R Us. We were rushing home from school to catch the latest episodes and battles of Digimon. And of course, how can we forget about the games in our Game Boys? Agumon, Gabumon, and the gang were household names, standing toe-to-toe with the likes of Yu-Gi-Oh! And even Pokemon. Something has changed. Walking through the toy aisle at a toy store, Digimon is nowhere to be seen. New anime seasons barely make a splash. Some latest games, well, they're not exactly setting records or anything. It's time to face the facts. Our beloved Digimon franchise might be in danger. Hold on, before you smack me in the comments below, I just want to say something. Digimon isn't gone, far from it. We can't let Digimon fade away without a fight. It's time to rally the Tamers, the Digidestined, and even the Digimon themselves. We need to dig deep and find out what's going wrong and how we can help. Are you ready to join this quest to save the digital world? Come with me and let's dive into the data and see what's really going on with Digimon. We'll analyze the games, the anime, the franchise's cultural impact. It's time to face Idamon's music and see where Digimon stands in today's digital landscape. The anime isn't what it used to be. Remember the fire of adventure and tamers? So what happened to that spark? New Digimon series struggle to capture that same excitement. Shows like Digimon Ghost Game haven't quite hit that mark. I personally dropped Digimon when Digimon Frontier came out and didn't watch it through. It felt weird even when I was a kid. It felt more like Power Rangers than Digimon. Tamers transforming into the Digimons, and if they all come together, they make a bigger, stronger Digimon. I believe the point of Digimon being Digimon is having that bond between tamers and the Digimon. Like having a partner, being there and growing and learning, just like in Digimon Adventure. Digimon Data Squad does encapsulate this. But when I was a kid, I didn't really like it, mainly because of the dark tones in the story. It is not until now I can appreciate the story more. I don't really have much complaints for Data Squad, except that it was mainly for the older audience. Now, Digimon Fusion. A lot of people do not like this season. But I watched it when I was a kid, and I loved it. I did not care or know what plot meant when I was a kid. I just thought it was cool. It was lighthearted, with some jokes, with some awesome Digimon and really good animation and art style. And come on, the intro slaps. So why was this a flop for most people? Well, the reason why Digimon Fusion flopped was because it did not captivate the older audience as well. Captivating both the younger and older audience is important. The anime hasn't been translated to any other languages either. I think a perfect example that encapsulates the idea of entertaining older and younger audience is Pokemon X and Y. Adding a new mechanic such as Mega Evolution to add depth to the Pokemon that older audiences know and love. They just can't wait for their favorite Pokemon to Mega Evolve, as well as look at their design. Pokemon is consistent, seeing the familiar world with new characters, but with new and old Pokemon altogether. Now comparing this to Digimon, well, there isn't anything consistent going on. Digimon Frontier, you're pretty much a Power Ranger. Data Squad, you punch a Digimon to Digivolve. Digimon Fusion, you fuse Digimon to make a new one. There isn't any consistency to these evolutions, and nothing feels nostalgic about it. I think the main reason why we love Tamers and Adventures a lot is because it was consistent, it was familiar, it was something similar but with different and new main characters. Obviously, there is a lot more things that made Digimon Tamers and Adventures so good, like the story, the characters, the development. I can make a whole video on it. But I believe having a good story as well as that consistent familiarity is what made Pokemon great, as well as the older Digimon anime so good. The entertainment landscape shifted and is quite crowded. Getting new viewers seemed to be a struggle for Digimon. The shows aren't as mainstream anymore, and you can see from this chart on Google Trends, Digimon is falling behind. To get a better picture of this, I will be comparing Digimon to Pokemon. Believe it or not, Digimon was a competitor to Pokemon. The last time I remember Digimon ever being on TV was Digimon Fusion on Toonsai, or better known as 4Kids. They were also on Nicktoons for a while. On the other hand, Pokemon was aired on Cartoon Network, as well as Disney XD. Pokemon managed to still be a juggernaut. It's now airing episodes on Netflix, while Digimon is airing episodes on Crunchyroll. The reason why I think this is important information is because Digimon never had a chance to reach that broader audience. You remember the moment where Ash finally won a world championship after 25 years? It was all over the place. It was all over social media, the news, it was trending on Twitter. But Digimon, there wasn't anything to cry about, anything to be hype about. There wasn't much of anything. I will say this, Digimon has made several attempts to modernize and reinvent itself. In 2020, the franchise released Digimon Adventure, a reboot of the original series, aiming to capture both nostalgia and new audiences. While it has generated some buzz among longtime fans, its reception was a little mixed. Some appreciated the updated animation and faster pacing, while others felt it lacked that charm of the original. Competition from other franchises and new media properties has overshadowed Digimon. On social media, Digimon-related hashtags, posts, discussions pale in comparison to its competitors. When was the last time you heard Digimon mentioned in mainstream media or pop culture? Digimon can only get so far playing nostalgia. Eventually, they'll run out of ideas or shows to be nostalgic about. It really does seem the digital world seems to be fading from our real one. For the record, I want to be clear that there are some good Digimon games, like Digimon Cyber Sleuth. Most Digimon published games are story-driven and the animations are great. However, there are a lot of problems when it comes to Digimon games. Digimon World 4, for example, was criticized for its departure from the core gameplay mechanics that fans loved. Similarly, Digimon All-Star Rumble failed to capture the essence of a Digimon game, and the poor reviews and sales prove this. Digimon games often lack that polish and innovation seen in Pokemon titles. They are frequently plagued by technical issues and sometimes lackluster graphics and uninspired gameplay. The gameplay often feels stuck in the past, struggling to innovate beyond its basic monster raising roots. I also noticed that most of these games have a lot of dialogue, which is what keeps teens and kids away. It is not the dark stories, it's the essay-like texts that show up in your face. I can confidently say that they do not want to spend most of their time reading a glorified graphic novel that costs $50 when $10 more you can buy Hogwarts Legacy or Elden Ring. I don't know about you, but I'm always the one who always skips dialogue in Pokemon, and even in Genshin Impact. I think younger audiences agree with this too. This is why games like Fortnite and Roblox have a higher player base. Sometimes the Digimon Roblox games have a higher player count than these big titles. Additionally, many of these games were released with minimal marketing, leading to poor visibility and low sales. While loyal fans cherished the franchise, the broader audience seemed to have moved on. seeking new and more innovative experience elsewhere. The gaming market in particular has evolved rapidly, and Digimon's inability to keep pace has left it behind. Digimon has so much potential to make a good game. It just struggles to compete with more polished and innovative titles in the gaming market right now. The frequent technical issues, the excessive dialogue, and a lack of marketing has hindered its success. So is that it? Digimon is just going to slowly die and fade? Don't despair, Tamers. Just like our favorite Digimon, this franchise has the power to digivolve and overcome these challenges. These efforts show that the franchise is trying to evolve, but they haven't quite hit the mark in terms of widespread popularity. The challenge lies in balancing nostalgia and innovation and finding a way to stand out in an increasingly crowded media landscape. While these attempts demonstrate the franchise's resilience, also highlight the uphill battle Digimon faces in reclaiming its former glory. Digimon still has a really big fanbase with loyal fans. They had some great movies like Last Evolution Kazuna, as well as a pretty fun TCG to get players hype about. But I think they should go a little further with some bold moves and creative thinking. Digimon has the potential to digivolve into something greater than before. Digimon needs to reinvent its gaming experience. Imagine an open world Digimon game with deep, branching narrative, an evolution system that reflects the franchise theme of growth and change. Combine that with great storytelling and combat and cyber sleuth. Maybe add even stuff like hunting and crafting. Digimon has stuff like Black Years, Dark Spirals, Eggs. Maybe even add in nostalgic boss battles like fighting against Devimon, Skullgreymon, Myotismon. If they use a similar formula from Palworld or even something like Pokemon Brick Bronze, but with Digimon storytelling, I'm sure that will get the broader audience to notice it. As for the anime, I did mention earlier in this video that they have to have a perfect balance where they can target the children, but also make it fun for older fans. Digimon needs a major marketing overhaul. They could include partnerships with popular influencers, a strong presence at gaming and anime conventions, and creative social media campaigns. Remember, in the world of Digimon, even when things look darkest, there's always hope. So what do you think? Can Digimon evolve its way out of this slump, or is it time for the franchise to say goodbye? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Share your own ideas on how to revitalize the series. Who knows, maybe the Digimon team is watching. And if you're a Digimon fan, don't lose hope. Sometimes it takes hitting rock bottom before a franchise can rise up to new heights. Remember, in a digital world, anything is possible. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming and anime analysis. Until next time, stay digital.